Today, we're looking at the new e-bike that's set up differently. They glued and stapled the edges on this box all around. I never had a box I would not be able to open. Let's take a look inside the box. Look at this cardboard. Look here so you can see better. Super thick. And I'm surprised the knife was able to cut so easy through it. And this is what you get on top here. It looks like a bag, and this is your bike. Accessories and standard packaging. Actually pretty well packed. So it looks like you have here like a cover, bike cover, that we're gonna check later on. And there's a second box here, and you have the charger, tools, and I believe maybe the light. Oh, it's a phone holder. Set of tools, and this is how the bike looks like. This is the Puckipuppy GoldenR model. All parts of the bike are meticulously wrapped and packed. The not so fun part, you'll have to spend 5 to 10 minutes to remove them all and set up the bike, which is pretty easy and straightforward process. It's not that heavy actually. And you get a bag of screws. They're very organized, and you have description here, the size and what they're for. So assemble the bike, it's fast and easy. You can have this bike set up as an off-road mountain bike without the front fender, rear rack, or you can have it set up like a road option. Here's the bike fully assembled with the front, rear fender and the rear rack. And here's the walk around the bike and the specs. We have 48-volt system, 20 amp hour battery, nicely integrated here, very sleek. I like this two-tone paint, and the frame is actually well welded, good balanced. ESC is actually outside, so for servicing this is perfect, easy to work with. And here's a quick walk around the bike so you guys can see the design and all the details. And we have class 2 on the throttle, pedal assist class 3, so you can do 20 miles an hour, and it's well balanced. Dual suspension, 4 links in the back, entry-level shock, no adjustability, standard Shimano drives, 7-speed cassette, CIS and auto shifter, nice battery integration, 48 volts, 20 amp hours, 960 watts in the back hub motor, and 640 watts in the front, peak power. So total power 1600 watts. The frame, good paint, very nice transition, dual suspension, all wire management nicely done. It goes underneath into the frame, comes around here. Custom cranks, aluminum chain guard. You have plastic fenders in the front and the back, nice integration, solid rear rack. Seat, very nice wide cushion, very comfortable seat for long range rides. Seat post, pretty short, I wish it was longer. I opened it to the max. The cable management is not done the best, but you have in the box accessories an extra piece so you can actually use it. It's a quick attempt. I tried to kind of like organize it and make it look better, but still you need to spend some time, cut the cables, make them short, because you see if you pull this in, it's gonna stick out here and just not proper organized. So you have to kind of strip everything and start from one end and go down and kind of like push this. But I think out of the box can be done better. We have good grips, hardware to secure it, high quality thumb throttle. You have this new design console. You have this older switch here for single and dual hub motor option. Usually other bikes have this option integrated in this console. You have this bell on the right hand side, very nicely placed here, and you have the Shimano shifter on the bottom. You have this nice screen, so you press on the bottom here and the entire thing comes out, and you pretty much just put it back, click it, and you're good to go. So we have 5 levels of assist, and it actually pulls hard. 25 miles an hour, 27, 28, 29, actually 31, but it picks up really fast. This bike setup includes a torque and a cadence sensor, so the bike will be responsive and adjust the power output to your pedaling input. It'll be more powerful but super smooth still. Yeah, this bike is actually very torquey. With pedal assist,
25, like 3-4 seconds.
I'm lightly pedaling and the bike just picks up speed so fast and it's so quick.
Yeah, 29 miles an hour, super easy. At 33, 34, we can actually do it for a long time very easily. Brakes are great. I'm barely pedaling and I'm hitting 25 miles an hour, 26. So easy and so fast. Actually going 27, 28. Let's see just throttle. Yeah, throttle's not gonna do anything because limited 20 miles an hour. And you have to pass below 20 miles an hour to engage it, and then it pulls and it stops at 22, 23. We can slide downhill here. Yeah, we'll engage at 20 miles an hour only. So limited class 2 on the throttle, and pedal assist is gonna go much faster.
If you want to go fast on this bike and you push harder, you can reach 35 miles an hour and it's sustainable. When it comes to performance, this bike gives you a fast start, good torque off the line, accelerates to 28 miles an hour very easy and very fast, very engaging and feels powerful. You can cruise at 30 miles an hour without breaking a sweat and go faster, reach 35 miles an hour if you're willing to push a little harder. Pretty much it gives you all you need with this setup. The trick here is an even power delivery. Rear motor outputting 960 watts and the front 640. And this split benefits extending the range, reduce energy waste by removing the jolts and aggressive pull in the front at the start or even when you accelerate at higher speeds, allowing you to reach top speed smoothly, faster and maintaining it easier. Feels powerful but still very smooth. I tested the maximum fifth level with pedal assist, temperature 55 to 60 degrees, getting colder, my weight is 230 pounds and I kept the speeds between 28 to 31 miles an hour throughout the test, covering 31.1 miles in range. On a dual setup, the results are impressive.
There's a very steep hill here, so let me show you guys how this dual hub, but actually I like they have spread the load unevenly, so more in the back and just assist in the front. That makes a big difference, and also saving the battery. I have over 20 miles in range and only half the battery used, so a big difference. Look uphill here. That's so easy. Let's turn around here quickly. And once you put pressure on the pedal, it just starts and it's smooth. Very intuitive, very comfortable. Look at this hill. Just pedaling. See what it does. Oh, actually, look at that. It goes up. What? That's crazy. This is a really steep incline. This is probably 35 degrees, and the bike just goes. Wow. That's just crazy. Let's get down there. Oh, this is very steep. Holy crap. Come on, stop. has some torque and enough power without pedaling, just from like standing still. Look, it doesn't, you know, burn the tires off, but still engages. Yeah, you can see the torque, it just goes. Just fun.
I took this bike off-road and I unloaded a full battery, and the bike performance is not quite I was expecting. The frame is mid-level and the shocks are entry-level, but there's no bottoming. It does not hit on the way down or rebound on the way up. Despite not having any settings on the shocks, they perform smooth, plenty of travel, good control, comfortable, allow me to push the bike harder and go faster. Very surprised with performance, above my expectations, and with only one exception. A small issue that should be caught and fixed from the factory, but still very fast and easy to fix at home with just a little bit of DIYing.
The only complaint on this bike is the fenders. So on the front it's well mounted, but it's plastic, so you can hear the rocks and the dust, everything hitting it. A little noisy, but it's fine. But here in the back, if you look, when you go off-road, this is not supported here, and it just hits the rear rack and makes noise. So you can put a plate here, or maybe a screw connecting to the rack will be perfect. Just drill a hole through the top right here and connect it, and it's fine, right? The rear rack, it's on a triangle, it's not gonna affect the wheel if you put the load on it. So easy fix, takes like 2 minutes. A screw and a nut and a done deal. I always try to recommend you guys the best product to actually buy and use, and this is a fantastic pump. It's super compact, but this is $90, and I found something even better. This is a new pump. This is the same specs, but $49.99. This is a really good deal. So I want to test and see if this is gonna work on the scooter. You get the pump, actually even smaller. Look at this thing. Very nice design, and you get here extension, manual. You get your charging cable, 2 different adapters, and you have these 2 extra extensions, which are very handy for your various like water sport, your soccer, basketball ball, and this is a standard adapter for the road bikes. So this pump looks really good. Let's remove this protective film. I like the design. It's super sleek and it feels really high quality. And once you power it on, it has a really nice screen, and you can adjust to, I think, 120 psi. This thing, it has the same power, the same specs and extra, plus this cool design, this T30. So I haven't seen this on any other pump. Check this out. Press twice and you have a light. You can actually use this when it's completely dark and it's pretty decent, and find the valve and connect it much easier. And this is designed for bikes, road bikes mainly, but it has enough power to be used for scooters. I think it's an amazing option for scooter. Let me show you. Guys, half the price and extra features that other more expensive pumps don't have. This is insane. And a good quality, like you have extra adapters and really nicely done. Empty. 30 psi, and now it shows almost, yeah, 1 line. A few minutes later, and the battery recovered 2 lines, so you can do maybe 1 more tire, maybe more. And this pump is perfect for e-bikes, especially for fat tire. I've used this pump for a while and it's all scratched up, and I dropped it so many times and it still works. Really cool gadget to have always on you when you ride. The front light is actually decent. It hits pretty far. It's not super bright. It's not too wide, not well defined, but it's doable. This is how it looks riding complete dark. Okay, just to show you with the cell phone, the Insta360 X4 might not actually show exactly how it looks, but on the phone I think it's better. And yeah, you can ride with the lights on the trail easily. It's actually pretty decently bright. The front view, we've seen this light on many scooters and other e-bikes, and let me show you the rear light. This is how it looks. It's not super bright, again decent, and we have turning signals here, so you can see the right turning signals, Again, not super bright, but decent and visible.
Here are the brake lights. Much more visible, much better, much brighter. Here's a side view of the light, so you can see the front light hits really far, and it's pretty decent. When it comes to charging, you get this very tiny, very compact charger, and it is 2 amps, so perfect for traveling. But it will take from empty to full to charge the battery a little bit over 10 hours. Now, if you charge home, I recommend to get 4 amp charger. That'll be a little bit over 5 hours to completely charge from empty to full. If you're traveling, this can be a good option. And you can remove the battery and charge it outside of the bike frame. And this is a cool anti-theft security option. You press underneath, remove the screen, place it in your pocket, and now you won't be able to power on the bike. This bike came with a lot of accessories, but this one, it's actually the most useful I've seen so far, and the first one in a bike, and really handy now, especially when it gets colder and the rainy season starts. Very useful accessory included in this price, especially now when the rainy season started and the winter's around the corner, to have your bike protected and leave it outside if you don't have space in your garage. The bike is similar to majority fat tire 26 by 4 inch segment available today in the market in specs and design, but the power output split makes up for a good long range commute. More user friendly, it doesn't jolt, it doesn't take off aggressively, solid option for off-roading, good hill climber performance, allows the bike to grip well and climb steeper hill easily. It's surprisingly powerful and set up to retail for $19.99 US with good accessories included. Off-road, it's super fun and a very comfortable bike to ride. They also have sales now on batteries. Guys, take a look on the website, very good deals. All the links will be down below in the description box. Check it out, ride safe, and I'll see you next time.